I had high hopes for this one. This one is a nice display piece. Nothing more, nothing less. Doesn't even deserve the toy review of epic proportions. Because I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, this figure suffers through a lot. So, we will not be looking at Gaia Unicron today. Maybe if somehow from the grace of God, some people out there will actually drop me some comments demanding that I review Gaia Unicron, then maybe later on we might look at him. But for now, let's just set him aside and look at somebody that's by far more superior, that's actually a Hasbro release. Oh yeah. Transformers Prime, Robots in Disguise, Dreadwing. Now, we all usually know how this goes by now. I've done this over 130 times now, plus a little bit more. So I've lost count, so what? Usually I start off a Transformer review starting with its alternate mode, whether it's a jet, a car, a truck, or whatever it wants to be, a Cybertronian vehicle. I usually start off with that as my point to the review, and then I move further into detail later on in the review with finishing up with its robot mode. But today I'm feeling a little bit different. I want to do a change, just like I did with my background and my foreground. Let's start off with the robot mode, which is by far the superior part, and move into what could have been better. It's not stupid, but it's just, it's just barely passes vehicle mode. So, starting off with his robot mode, Dreadwing, we all know who he is. He's the brother of Skyquake. And obviously, he's the better one. He's by far more superior because, for one thing, he's alive and Skyquake's dead. Even though he is getting an actual toy release coming from Hasbro. Hooray! Sometime next year, I think. I think it's next year. I'll have to look back in on that because I think it's Wave 5 if I'm not mistaken. But, that's still a drag away. But then again, they are starting to talk about this Beast Hunters thing. And, so yeah, maybe we will see Skyquake before the end of this year. We'll see if I'm not getting carried away with Power Rangers Megaforce by that time. But, that being said, this is him right here. A very, very nice and pretty cool, and by far the most superior Voyager class of the Transformers Prime series so far. I kid you not. I mean, there are some good figures, but this one is really good and definitely show accurate. I mean, I really cannot spot any cons about this figure in this mode. I mean, look at this. There really isn't that much kibble sticking out on him. Sure, there's this back here, but really, where are you going to hide this? And look at it. Yeah, sure. Rubber. Okay, rubber. So what? I'm used to it. And besides, if it keeps me from poking my eyes out or a little kid who may have this figure, so what? Let bygones be bygones. Deal with it. Or just, don't purchase it. Still, I love it. A very, very nice figure. Though, I did have a problem with his head. And it's not the sculpt. No. It's two things. For one thing, my version of this figure, his right eye was closed. It was sealed off as if there was an extra molded bit covering up his eye that I had to actually take a knife and cut it open myself, revealing his eye finally. But you can see it's a little damaged now. Thank you, Hasbro. And number two, look at that. Are you seeing this? The head is completely molded out of rubber. It is not plastic. If it is plastic, it's a very, very soft plastic, just like this. Not that soft, but close to it. You get my point. So, yeah, I don't know what they were thinking during the assembly of this figure. Or then again, maybe even the blueprints. But really, Another complaint about him would have to be the fact that his head is very hard to turn. Now, maybe it's just mine, but you really got to put force on it. And I'm afraid I'm going to break the peg sooner or later. But, yeah, I mean, other than that, it is a nice figure, but it's got its problems, but still, it is by far the best Voyager figure so far out of the whole entire Transformers Prime series. That being Robots in Disguise as well. And for his weapons, he's got his signature sword. At least I think this is what he uses in the show. I really haven't seen that many episodes with Dreadwing to figure that one out. But still, it's very nicely sculpted. Very nicely detailed. I like that. Could have used a little paint, but you know what? I'm used to gray bit weapons here and there. See, I live with Bandai of America stuff, so I'm used to that kind of stuff. And I guess there is a good pro about this. It's not rubber. It's not like Prime's Energon weapon, whatever it is. See? It's plastic. It's actual plastic. And it's a very, very hard plastic. As a matter of fact, I don't think you can really break it. Well, sure, you can, but look, I'm applying a lot of force and it's not doing anything. So yeah, we'll just set that aside for now. And we'll take a quick 360 look at his robot mode. Very, very nice. I love those gold Decepticon emblems. Very nice. Very cool. Kind of reminds me of the Blue Angels. It's very, very reminiscent to that. And he's got a good amount of articulation. I kid you not. Except for the fact that this head is very tight. I mean, he is on a ball joint. It moves up and down, it goes side to side, it turns left and right, yada yada yada, you know how it goes. Lift up these bits right here. He's got ball jointed shoulders, bicep rotation. He's got 90 degrees at his elbows, which is very nice. He's got wrist rotation. I mean, that's just perfect right there. Sure, he doesn't have any waist articulation due to his transformation reasons. And yeah, this could pop in and out once in a while. Ah, hungry, munchy, munchy, ah, yeah, whatever. Ball jointed legs. As you can see, they go up. Pretty good distance. They go back. Really good. They go in and out. And they rotate at the thighs. They bend at the knees. And his feet pivot up and down, but that's due to transformation. So really, this robot mode is just so perfect. Not really much in color going on, but then again, if you look at him in the show, he really doesn't have that much color. He's got like a navy blue, he's got some gold. I guess that's gold. I mean, his face is gold. He's got some red that goes for his eyes. He's got gray, but it all matches. I don't care what people say. It just matches everything about him. It works. It really does work. I love this figure. I love it so much. Oh, and yeah, for anybody wondering, yeah, his knee protective guards are actually made of the same rubber as this. Not as loose and not as weak, but I mean, it's still there. But really, what was I talking about? The robot mode? Fantastic. Just so fantastic. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a page out of somebody's review. He is a fantastic looking figure. There, I said it. Sue me. So yeah, I mean, he's got this for an accessory, and then of course he's got the downfall about all Transformer Prime figures, which, you know, we know how it is. It's supposed to be his weapon from the show, I believe, but it's been turned into this stupid mech tech thing again. You know what? I am very glad that Hasbro has finally come to their senses and realized that this just isn't worth it. This is a total letdown. Nobody likes these things. I'll be surprised if I actually find one person out there that really does actually enjoy these things. And I'll come and bitch slap you. But yeah, that being said, Hasbro is going back to projectiles. Yes, we're going back to projectiles with Beast Hunters. If you don't believe me, look at Bumblebee, look at Wheeljack, and look at all the other Deluxes and Voyagers that were revealed at Comic-Con. So that being said, I mean, that's really it for this mode. I really do love this. I guess I can end this part of the review with a size comparisons between a few people. So yeah, here's Bulkhead. Why not? So Bulkhead's a pretty good size. And just because we're not reviewing him today does not mean we can't use him for size comparisons. Gaia Unicron, who towers over each and every Transformer Prime figure I got at this moment. So yeah, he's huge, but we're not reviewing him. And we've already done him. So let's just go ahead and take this one into his vehicle mode, which is probably going to be the weakest point about this toy. Whether you like it or not, let's get into it, because the fire's still going. This review is not done yet. And here we are. Does your eyes hurt because of the background? Good, it means I'm doing my job right. So, here is Dreadwing's vehicle mode, or jet mode. Very nice. And yes, now you see, it definitely is reminiscent to the actual Blues Angel. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, how can you not just think Blue Angels when you see something like this? The navy blue, the gold, definitely. But still, I mean, it is its own thing. It is a nice looking jet. But it does have its problems, that being the fact that there is a ton of robot kibble. I mean, you can really see it. It's everywhere. And this really is an eyesore to me. I don't care if it's part of the transformation and there's nothing that Hasbro could have done with it. Just look at this right here. This bit right here that just sticks out like a sore thumb. Look at that. I mean, that really, it looks like it's weighing down the jet as if it really cannot fly, if it could fly. It just doesn't work. And look how heavy this is in the back. Look at this. Look at that. I think that's too much kibble. Look at the weight to the jet. It's just too much. I really don't think it's this heavy in the back of an actual jet. And the fact that he's got no wheels. I mean, really. This is his wheels, but really, to be honest, if they don't roll, they're not wheels. They're just landing gear. He does have landing gear, but he doesn't have wheels. So he doesn't roll. He does not roll, sadly. Because these bits right here are actually molded onto him. You probably noticed them on his legs in robot mode. They're not even painted. They're not painted. See how this is black? These are navy blue. They're the same color as the molded plastic. So yeah. But still, I really do love this jet mode. I love it. It just works. While it's got its problems, it really does work for me. It looks great, especially from this view. It looks fantastic. This is warped a little bit, but that's probably just mine. Yeah, very, very rubbery. Ooh, whatever. And he does have some place where you can actually store his weapons if you choose to. Simple enough. Simple enough for somebody who could figure it out. Oh yeah, that's right. It's the peg in the hole. That's right. Peg into the hole. And there you go. Yeah, so if he wanted to, not drive by, but he could fly by and cut off Bumblebee's head or something. Get creative. Why not? Because we all hate that character. Especially his toy. But nah, I'm just lying to you guys. I actually enjoy that Bumblebee now. I'm used to him. And if you wanted to as well, you could, if you want to, you could peg his little MechTech weapon here if you choose to. Or, as the instructions show, you could peg it in right here. And it's supposed to light up his cockpit in the dark, which it does kinda, but still, this is just stupid. God, it's just stupid. I really cannot put up with those MechTech weapons. Thank God they're going away next year. So yeah. But really, it's okay. It passes in my book. I told you this really wouldn't be a huge excitement. I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks great, but it does look troublesome. It really does. It has its problems, being the fact that there's a ton of robot kibble. But is it really as much as Starscream? You know what? Let's take a look at them in comparisons, and you tell me. Pretty good size between the two. And there really is a good chunk of robot kibble showing for both of them. But really, look how thin that is. Now that is a jet. This is just too much. See the difference? If there was one that could actually fly, I believe it would be Starscream. No offense. For another quick size comparisons, I'm going by Decepticons, of course. Why not? There she is. Yep. Arachnid. One of the most stupidest toys ever invented on the face of this planet. Thank you, Hasbro. You have given me nothing but nightmares for quite some time now. So yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good size between a helicopter and a jet. As a matter of fact, I think that's actually pretty accurate. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of works. It works. It definitely works a lot better than Hot Shot. I mean, I really don't think a car is this huge compared to a jet. As a matter of fact, I'm certain I'm right about that. So, yeah, I mean, that's really it, guys. Overall, I really do like this toy. I like it? No, I'm sorry. I said I love it, and love it is what I'm going to choose. It is a great toy. I mean, it does not get any better than this for both robot mode and vehicle mode. Could have been better, but I can understand. It passes in my book. Like I said, it's okay. Definitely a well-recommended figure. If you ain't got him, you need to get him. If you can't find him, buy him online. If you don't want this version, I'd say wait to see what the Takara Tomy version will look like, except for the fact that you're going to have to deal with stickers. And I don't like stickers, and I'm sure a lot of people out there don't like them, because sooner or later they peel or they just get messy. And they will mess up your figures. They do. That tackiness to them, oh yeah, you'll be expecting some problems soon after that. But, yeah. Overall, well recommended. If you can find him, get him. Don't waste your time. I found mine at Walmart a couple of weeks back. And you know what? I don't regret my decision on picking him up. He is really, really amazing. You guys got to have this figure. If you are a huge Transformers Prime fan and you're collecting the figures and you ain't got him, get him. No matter what it takes. Well worth it and well worth the review. This was great. I enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So, that's it. Questions or comments, leave them below. I'll answer them when I have time. And until the next toy review, this is Redis Power signing out. Thank you very much for watching. And, yeah, if you guys want to see a Gaia Unicron review in the future, better start leaving some comments now. So, I'm out of here. I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.